Hey, and welcome to another episode of Arguing Art in our series, Money, Money, Money.
Money.
You gotta do it falsetto.
Money.
There we go.
There we go.
This time we're gonna talk about charging for art. Does it change art? Does it create art? We'll find out.
I'm Adam Sterner,
I'm Micah Luke.
and in this episode, we're discussing must we charge for art? The first argument would be
Yes.
Yes.
Of course you do. I'm an artist, so of course I'm going to say yes. Yes, it has to be expensive, and everyone
Very
should
expensive.
have multiple pieces of art.
and they should allot space in their budget so that they can buy multiple pieces of art within a year.
There you go. There you go. No, okay, so the argument for it would be yes, we should, or we must, I guess, because putting a fiscal value on it gives this understanding that the piece has a higher artistic value. Okay? The really good works of art sell for millions of dollars, and the pieces that are not so good, the less successful pieces, artistically, usually you give them away.
Yeah.
Having this fiscal value placed on it creates this understanding of the artistic value, which then opens up the viewers, the audience, to an artistic experience.
Yep, and that encouragement to the artistic experience, I bet you could run a study where you took a painting and you priced it as a really high, like, say, a $5 million price tag on a work
Yep.
of art, and you put it up in an area, and everyone who walks by and sees that and says, that's $5 million. They're going to start thinking about all the elements of it, and it's going to really encourage them, almost force them by the having the price on there to look at it as a piece of art.
Well, look at Dadaism. I mean, basically, Dada was challenging what everybody thought about art, and those pieces sold for a lot of money. One was literally canned feces from the artist. It was called Merde des Artistes, and which I can't, because we're a PG show, I can't say what the title means in English. So if you're French Canadian, I apologize for offending your ears. But only a few years ago, this was done in the 30s, and just a few years ago, one of those cans sold for over $15,000.
Okay.
It creates an art experience.
Whereas if you took the same piece of art and you put a notice on Craigslist and said that you're giving it away for free because you don't want it in your house anymore.
Think how much money is probably on the streets of our downtown areas then.
All of the sculptures?
Like all the homeless people.
Oh,
They could be making millions just by doing what they already do.
yeah.
Putting it in a gallery.
But that's the point behind that is if you charge a low amount for it, well, then you're not encouraging anyone to think about it.
Right.
Well, they might think about it, but it doesn't have that extra incentive.
Yep.
It's strange to think that saying that you're going to have to pay for this is going to make somebody really take the time to evaluate it.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the flip of that then? What would be an argument against it?
An argument against charging for art?
Against the necessitation of a fiscal value for an artistic value.
Okay. Well, that work of art, whether you're charging money for it or not, is exactly the same.
Same thing.
It's just the perception.
No different.
Yep. The message is the same, the way it communicates is the same, the technical skills are the same, and the piece itself is exactly the same. So whether you're charging for it or you're not charging for it, if somebody actually takes the time to give it a look, they can start interpreting those values out.
Yep.
And the price is just incentive.
Well, and not to say too that the price doesn't necessitate people seeing it with a higher value. I know, and maybe this comes from a perspective sort of thing, but there are pieces that I see in galleries and museums. In fact, we were just at a museum, what was it, 2 weeks ago? And you were looking at that photography exhibit, and we said, no, not art to us. It just did not fit what we believe is art. Regardless of the fact that each one was worth like $500 is what they were selling them for, which it was also in a museum, so you have all the context of something that should have artistic value, but it didn't speak to us.
Yep, the price makes people look at it and think, Is it art? If you put them up on Facebook, people will probably just look at them as somebody documenting a photo and just walk right by them.
Yep. It's a good question. I don't know. What's your answer? You can't
Well.
say. We're not going to say. We have this policy that we don't want to give our opinions on video
Unless we have to.
unless we have to.
And the reason for that is we need to encourage discussion because this is a discussion-based community.
Yep.
Come to arguingart.com if you're finding us on a different website, such as YouTube or Blip TV, or you've downloaded us on iTunes, and join the discussion there. Ask us questions, tell us what you think, and we'll try and hook you up with other people in the art community who want to discuss the same things.
Definitely. And it's the best way for us to get back to you, too. So that is our episode on Must We Charge for Art in our series Money, Money, Money.
Money! Thanks for watching.